Hello guys, Rafael back here again on my daily grind of YouTube videos. As you know, I come very often to YouTube to post videos about guitars almost every other day, and it's just a fluke that I haven't posted in 2 months. So, straight on to the point. What most people have seen my video about was about the Chapman ML3, that as you can see I don't own anymore. I sent it back, and the hard realization that I had is I don't really like the sound of Telecasters. I get them. As you can see, I have a Telecaster right there, but that one cost me £35, and it was black, and I've painted it because it's more like a project toy thing that I have going on. But Telecaster sounds as a full-fledged guitar that I would like to take on stage, because, you know, the amount of stage playing that I do is just ridiculous. And the play is not really my thing. So I sent the Chapman back. Also, on top of not particularly liking the sound, the issue was there were a few quality control issues that I didn't really like, but I can say that Andertons were great at dealing with my complaining and sending and then changing what I wanted back. I did get back this Ibanez S621 QM quilted maple top DEB, which stands for Dragon Eye Burst. As you can see, a dragon is coming out of there, because it's very versatile, has a 5-way switch. Curious, it's curious that Rabia did pick a similar guitar to this one on the Ultimate rig, and that's where I got the idea of getting a S series. Although I did see S series guitars for a while when Nito Strauss went to Andertons as well. Yeah, as you can tell, I do watch a lot of Andertons content. And today, on the video that released today about modern tone Ultimate rig, which is not really my thing, but because I'm not really into the heavy stuff, as you can see by my guitar collection. They did mention this one. It's a very good looking guitar, I must say. So there is that, which leads me to my second point, which will be my road to fame on YouTube history, which is talking about Chapman guitars in Guitar Center. Okay, so today Chapman released a video about the clinic that they did at Dalva Music in California, and what struck me was that Chapman has always had this kind of relationship with smaller music shops, and that's why they went to Riff City Guitar, I think, and then they were in RNA Music in Texas, but then they're not anymore. I don't know why, but that was the gist that I was getting. Like Chapman is a small brand. They want to be focused, and they want to go for these small shops that can give a quality service. They can give advice. They can prepare the guitars properly. They can have a look at them, and now they take a left turn and go to Guitar Center. Like, what? Why? Well, I get why, because they're a company and they want to make money, and the Guitar Center sells a lot of guitars, and it's a great distributor for them. But aren't there other places like whatever it's Sweetwater? And truth be said, I'm not American, as you can clearly see. I've never set foot in America, so I don't know how the things are there really. What I do know from personal experience is that I always prefer to touch and feel and look at and hear a guitar. And I think that's the truth for any guitar player, or for any person that plays an instrument, or for anything that you buy really. Even clothes, you can order them, but it's much better to go and see and try them. Probably not hear clothes, because that will be weird. But what I do think that the move that Chapman did of going to Guitar Center does for every guitar player is that now Chapman guitars are available for everyone. They don't even have to sell the guitars online on Guitar Center. As long as the people that go into the shop try them and like them, they can buy them right there and demand for a proper setup from the shop. I don't know if that's possible, I'm just assuming. Or if they want to order online because they want to check financing options or whatever, you can always do what everyone does. Go into a Guitar Center, try the guitar. Alright, I like how it looks, I like how it plays, I like the features, and then go home, go online, and order from a company like Riff City Guitars. And that's how music business has changed, I feel, because for a while you could only buy from the shops that you had near you. So you lived in Manchester, you could only buy from the shops that are in Manchester, which are quite a lot, but those are the ones that you're limited to. If you lived in London, that's what. If you lived in Lisbon, where I lived, you only could buy from the area around you, because you didn't trust ordering, it would take too long, and the companies were not agile enough to do that. But when I was in school, I started hearing about these German shops that sold guitars for way cheaper, and I had friends that ordered them. But I was like, what if I buy them and if I don't like it? Do I send it back? It was just too confusing. But nowadays, it's so simple, and even people buying from America, from a German shop like Thomanns or whatever it's called, buying early Bentons because they're cheaper. So it is a common thing, and shops are brands, and they fight for popularity on YouTube, and they try to make you to like them. But in the end, what really matters, all the shops sell for about the same price. What does a shop need to do for you to buy from them? Well, for me, they need to give me a service. Otherwise, they're just being a distributor of guitars. They're just mail ordering guitars. Kiesel, that sells directly and doesn't have a shop, you could think, oh, that's not so good because there's no one looking at it besides the factory workers. But Kiesel has great factory workers that look at things, and from what I've heard, again, I don't have no Kiesel, I don't know the Carvin, I don't know what I'm talking about, but from what I heard online and from what I see, people who get Kiesels and Carvins are really satisfied because they know what they're doing. So if you're doing Far Eastern instruments, which for all intents and purposes are great but are cheaper and they're not as experienced as some American luthiers and British and all that, you need someone to check the guitars. And just today, Philip McKnight uploaded a video about the Ghost Fret that he got, and no one looked at the guitar from Guitar Center. Basically, they got from factory and sent it back to you. To him, in this case. So, going back to the subject, what do I want a guitar to do? I want guitar shops to be like Richard Guitars, a UK shop somewhere, I don't know exactly where. And what he does is, he opens the boxes, it checks the guitar, if it's playable, if it has any fault. If it does, it tries to send it back. It tries to make the guitar the most playable by crowning the frets, by giving it a fret dressing, by leveling everything, giving it a good setup, packaging it all well, and sending on your way to you. That's a service that I'm even willing to pay a bit more so I can get a guitar that is fully playable. For example, this guitar, and the turns is all great, it has great video image, and Chapman's and Lee, they're so funny, and all that, but this guitar, I had to set it up, because the bridge, which is not a hard thing on an Ibanez to do, just to set it up, it was like an inch high. It was on the max. Why? There's no reason, just open the guitar, set it up. Why is the shop there if it's not to give a proper setup? Because online, they're not giving you any commendation, they're not helping you because you already know what you want most of the times. They are doing a great service of putting YouTube videos, but that's more entertainment and it's creating a brand for them and creating empathy for someone more than actually giving a specific service. So when I go to a shop or when I buy from a shop, I require of them to check what they're doing. Like any job or any profession. If I work in like I do, doesn't really matter. I work in an office. If I don't give a proper customer service, if I just do the things that I'm supposed to do and send away whatever papers I need to send away with no personal character, my employer wouldn't be happy because I'm not treating the customers with respect. And customer support is not just treating you with respect, it's both things together. It's treating you with respect by respecting your choice of buying from them, by giving you a good service and giving you a good product. Otherwise, why are the shops taking in money? To distribute. If that was the case, we just all buy early Bentons. That's straight from factory to shop to you. Why do they need to go from factory to distributor to shop to retailer in this case and then to you? What is the retailer doing? Having a shop open. Great. The shop serves for you to go in there, but in the day of age of internet are just like a mail order service where you buy from them? I don't think that's really fair. So, that were my thoughts. very strong thoughts and opinion that I found while I was talking. And on the next video that I would like to make, I would like to talk why 2018 is the year that everyone is making strats, PRS, and what do I think about Gibson going bankrupt, which they want. But just a thought, maybe. I don't know what to say because I don't own a Gibson again. Alright guys, see you next time.